Hi, I'm Dobby, but you can call me Dabz.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Today I'm reviewing The Damned Circle by Ruth Afonso. So, this dystopian short story is about a society where people are removed from the society once they're no longer an adolescent. And the story follows main character Angela. She's like a young child, and her tutor, Brooke. Brooke does not have much time left on the island before she's removed, and Angela fights to learn the truth about why people must leave this island and tries to save her beloved tutor. This book is a very short story. It's only about 25-ish pages, and I think the storyline was very interesting. It does follow the very typical dystopian storyline of government has weird strict rules for society, character finds out what's wrong with the system, and then character rebels against the system. And this typical structure is kind of usual for most dystopian books. However, I think this story specifically is definitely unique in two different ways. The way that the world in this story was set up, where specifically only adolescents and elders were allowed in the society, was a concept that I feel like I had never heard of. And also the ending of the story, this might be a little bit of a spoiler depending on how you think of spoilers, but the ending of the story was a little bit more ambiguous, and I think that this is because it was a short story rather than a fleshed out series. But I think that's one more thing that makes it unique. There's no indication of whether the rebellion works, just that there was the beginning of one. The development of the story did feel a little bit rushed. Maybe I only felt that way because it was a shorter story, but there were aspects of the story that kind of felt unrealistic because of how they were developed. For example, this is another quick small spoiler, but how Angela finds out the truth about why people must be removed from the island, she finds this out from an elder. And this seemed weird to me because I don't understand why he would tell her that when it was prohibited, and Angela and this elder didn't seem to have a strong developed relationship already. So I just kind of sort of didn't understand, there was nothing leading up to it. But I do understand that that's just how the story had to go, and it's just something that had to happen. It just felt a little unrealistic for me. Another thing that I enjoyed about this book was I thought the characters were very easy to connect to and care for, especially because most of them were all very young. Angela, the main character, was a kid. I think her brother was in the story who was younger too. And it was interesting to see a dystopian world from the point of view of a child, because usually I feel like dystopian stories follow teenagers. So I think this was an interesting and unique perspective to have. And the short length of this book did not prevent it from being packed with imagery and details, which was one thing that I also absolutely appreciated. It seemed like every sentence had so much substance and so much detail in it, which I really liked. Overall, I really enjoyed reading this book. I would give it a read. I think it's very worth it. It doesn't take too long. I think I read it in maybe half an hour, and I totally recommend. So that would be the end of my book review. If you like this video, please like this video and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and happy reading. One of them is the way that the world...